Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. It has been a minute. I just thought I'd come on here just real quick. Thank God for the way that I've changed my mindset. That has also rubbed off on my daughter. Yesterday, we were advised that she needed a new transmission, y'all. $3,500 repair, right? I wouldn't even say back in the day. I would say probably 2-3 weeks ago, probably even yesterday, the day before yesterday, that would have sent us in a downward spiral of depression. Just, what am I going to do? And the bottom line, long story short, God was like, I have showed you and your daughter that there's enough proof, enough evidence, enough results that everything is going to work out. So as soon as my daughter got the news, which was like right before she got off work yesterday, we had been waiting since Sunday for them to decide if it's the transmission. I'm like, man, you need to get a second opinion. After they told her that it was a transmission, they told her that it was a transmission around maybe 3:15. She was getting off work at 3:45. So I was like, look, you need to get a second opinion. $3,500 is crazy. You didn't have any type of, problems prior to your speed. Her dashboard just went crazy, erratic on Sunday. And it was like, what the heck? And it started jerking, right? I think we even probably took it there on Sunday. No, we took it there Sunday, I believe. So I was like, just get a second opinion. We can share cars. But I get up, like today I got up at 3 o'clock. I've really been up since like probably a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And typically I might get up at 3:30. If I'm pushing it, 3:45. But typically around 3:30. She was like, Mommy, I cannot get up that early. How about I ride with you coming home, but then I take a Uber or a Lyft going to work? When I tell you we got so excited, I said, hold up, wait a minute. So we getting solutions, because I was like, we got to find a solution here. And it wasn't like it was like some type of desperation, but it was us staying in the mind frame that we know God got us, and not trying to fake pretend. Because I hear people talk about this fake positivity. It's like, no, real talk, God has touched us, and whoever you believe in, but I mean, we can see it evidently even more recently on how God is really, really moving. So we came up with the idea. Well, she decided, she said, Mom, I don't even want this car anymore. I feel like God is trying to tell me I don't need to take it in this part of my journey. I feel like with all the things that's held and attached to it have been really depressing, and it's time for me to put away my old life and take all good things into the new life, or to this part of my journey. And I was like, you sure about that? She was like, yeah. She was like, I can do, like I said, the Uber or the Lyft coming to work, and then you can just pick me up, because I get off at 3. She can get off at 3:45, and then she can work. We both work from home each 2 times out of the week. Typically she don't work Monday and Friday from home. I do. But she was like, I can switch it up at my job. And I was like, cool. So only 3 days out the week where you really need to get an Uber. She said, like, if I want to get, go somewhere, because I know you're going to be working on the weekend, because I'll be doing more Uber now. Just trying to get things back in order, because of the move or what have you. It's been like 3 weeks, and it had been just trying to adjust to this new norm, right? And we got so excited, because she was like, there's other transportation. There's, I told her this. I said, there's other transportation. You forgot about, we're in Tampa, so you can get the trolley, you can take the bus. In some areas, if you want to go to Miami or Orlando, you can take the freaking train. Yeah, I dropped off a customer from Uber who took the train from Tampa, them and their partner, all the way up to Boston. So when I tell you, literally that could have been, I know the enemy wanted us to be just down and out and just like, what are we going to do? We don't have enough, and just talk, you know, lack. And all we did was talk abundance, how now she'll be free to go out and about. She was like, Ma, I feel so free that I don't have car insurance. You know, she didn't have a car payment, but she don't have the responsibility of maintenance on her car. You know, she know that I do, but I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and I really do enjoy interacting with my Uber customers. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that. And so like, we're just finding our way through this new norm. So I got on here to say that I'm so happy that my mindset is not like what it used to be. You know, I don't know who this might be for, but we literally was intentional about saying, no, we're going to turn this into something positive. We did it. And when I tell you, it's just already working out for the better. Yesterday at 3:15, by 3:30, we already had a solution. And so she called the gentleman, and they felt so bad for her because they didn't know I was her mom. So I was just dropping off and picking her up, right? And so she called them. She's like, y'all, I'm not going to be able to, you know, because they was trying to get her to get like payment plans to do it. And she kept being denied. And so they told her, it was like, don't even worry about it. We feel so bad. You don't even have to pay a diagnostic fee. She had just paid a diagnostic fee, like I think that Saturday at Firestone, like over $100. I say, look at God. And I said, don't go in there smiling too much. You don't want to mess up your blessing, girl. Because we were just so excited about just the whole news of she don't got to deal with her car, and she gonna sell it. She's like, I'll be very transparent. It's a great car. She's taking really great care of it. It would be a mechanic's dream to just go get a freaking transmission from the junkyard, throw it in the car, and everything else runs just great. So that's what I'm on. Just, you know, what is the solution? Knowing God have me and moving forward. I hope this helps somebody. Have an amazing day and be blessed. Can't nobody stop you but you. All right, y'all.